Good morning, welcome to ETX Capital Daily Morning Market Buy. Equity markets started reasonably positive today. That's despite seems to be increase in the macro conflicts. The Ukrainian president has said he's going to disregard the ceasefire as null and void, so that could lead to an escalation in Ukraine. And also there seems to be an increased destabilization in Iraq. And it seems to me that there's going to be the likelihood of US military intervention is going to be increased because they've got to not unwind the work they did on the previous conflict, which seems in danger that it could happen. On a corporate front, the big story is BNP. They settled to their nearly $9 billion fine yesterday and increased regulatory hurdles, the main one being that they cannot transmit dollars for a period of time. They seem to have found a way around this, but it's going to be through a third-party bank, and that's going to be very expensive. And also, the $9 billion fine is really going to hit their Tier 1 capital with European stress tests coming up. They're going to have to cut their dividend to maintain so they don't fail stress tests. So it's quite an interesting situation. Stocks actually opened up this morning because I think investors are happy that they've got a resolution to the dollar transmission, and it seems to be a one-off. It's not going to affect their capital too much, although there's going to be no dividend this year. The rest of the banking sector is now going to be hit by this. I think it's increasingly likely that US regulators are going to go after banks for misdemeanors, impose very, very big fines on them. It seems to be a bit of a cash cow for the regulators. Also, easy political point scoring. No one likes the banks at the moment. Regulators can make a name for themselves, and a regulator who's relatively anonymous can suddenly come front and centre and make the headlines while generating $9 billion to the government. So I think this is going to be increasingly likely that these are going to come out. Now the banking sector is going to be knocked on that. But there are good trading opportunities within that because it's not going to affect all banks equally. Some banks don't have a problem. Some banks have bigger problems. So there's really good opportunities within the sector. Guys, have a good day's trading, and we will speak tomorrow.